During a recent appearance on CNN, Mary Trump, the niece of Donald Trump, told Chris Cuomo that if it came down to it, if Donald Trump had the opportunity to either take the fall for his kids or throw his kids under the bus with the investigation in New York, she has no doubt that those kids would be under the bus faster than you can snap a finger. Here's what she said. Cuomo did specifically ask, do you think Trump would take the hit for the kids? I'll go to jail so you guys don't have to. And she said, no, he wouldn't. I think if that were to happen, if prosecutors were to go after his children, he would fully expect them to take a hit for him to benefit him. What he probably doesn't understand is that's not really how it works. Prosecutors always try to get people to flip so they can go after the biggest target. And then she explains why she doesn't think Trump would take the fall for his kids. I've known him my whole life, and unfortunately, I've had to analyze him pretty closely over the last 4 or 5 years. This is somebody who's never changed. He doesn't evolve. And as you said earlier, he has one thing he cares about, and that's himself. That will never, ever change, no matter who gets in his way, no matter who gets hurt, even if it's his kids. Now, I don't disagree with her because I have said the same thing here on Ring of Fire plenty of times. If it came down to it, if he had the opportunity for him to take the fall or his kids, he's going to let them do it. That is just kind of based on what we have seen from who he is, his personality, what he cares about, which is himself and money, and he would let the kids take the fall. But none of that may matter. And that's the important thing. Because if what we've heard out of the, people who know how things work, the legal experts, the former prosecutors, have told us that what they're seeing taking place in New York, and these are people, by the way, they're not attached to the investigation, but they believe that the investigators, the prosecutors, are looking at basically taking this as if it were a mafia investigation, meaning they could be looking at RICO. And if this becomes a RICO, racketeering prosecution, then none of these kids are going to be able to throw anybody under the bus. Trump can't throw anybody under the bus because they're all going to be under the bus. Except, of course, the individual who flips on them, which may be CFO Allen Weisselberg. We don't know. It could be that Weisselberg's the only one who goes to jail for this. We don't know. There's a lot of unknowns. And so, of course, that drives a lot of speculation, which honestly is what all of this is right now. Even from those former prosecutors, the legal experts who say they think this may happen, this could happen, it is all pure speculation at this point. We won't know anything until and unless charges come out. This investigation, for all we know, could just end with nothing. The grand jury may look at it and say, nope, no charges for anybody. Case closed, folks. And we have to be ready to accept that reality if that's what happens. Not much we can do about it at that point. I don't think that's what's going to happen here. But again, it's one of those wait and see moments, and I know it's tough to do, but that's all we can do right now. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our Ring of Fire channel here.